Hello everyone, myself Neeral Patel, nursing tutor of Medical Surgical Nursing Department from Deen Chapel College of Nursing. Today I will like to discuss about anatomy of the bladder. First, the urinary bladder is a reservoir for the urine. Means in our body the urine is stored by the bladder. It lies in the pelvic cavity and its size and shape position varies depending on the volume of its content. Okay, means when the bladder is empty, its size is different, and when the bladder is full of urine, it is also different. Okay. When distended, the bladder rises into the abdominal cavity. Means when the bladder is full of urine, it may distend to the abdominal cavity. So here we will look about the associated organ with the bladder. Okay. First of all, we will see in the female. Okay. The anterior in the anterior part, means in the front side, the symphysis pubis, and in the posterior, means back on the back, there is a ureter and the part of the vagina. Okay, here we can see it. And on the superior, means on the upper side, there is a abdominal cavity in which the small intestine is there. Okay, and on the inferior side, there is a urethra and the muscle forming the pelvic floor. Okay, and now we will see in about the male. Okay, same, on the anterior side there is a symphysis pubis. Okay, on the posterior side there is a rectum and the seminal vesicle. Okay, on the superior, means the upper side, same as above, there is a small intestine of the abdominal cavity, and on the inferior, means downward, there is a urethra from where the urine will pass, and the prostate gland. Okay, the bladder is roughly pear shaped but becomes more oval as it fills with the urine. It is when it is not filled with the urine, it seems to be of pear shape, but when it gets filled with the urine, then its shape changes and it converts into the oval. Okay, the posterior surface is the base. Okay, which is on the back side. The bladder opens into the urethra at its lowest point, which is called the neck. Okay, from where the urine will be passed. Here it is, we can see this is a neck of the bladder from where the urethra is connected, and it is known as the urethral orifice, and these both are the opening of the ureters, which is known as the ureter's orifice. Okay, the peritoneum covers only the superior surface before it turns upward as a parietal peritoneum. Means the peritoneum cover which is there, which will cover only the superior part of the bladder. Okay, lining the anterior abdominal wall. Posteriorly, it is surrounds the uterus in the female and the rectum in the male. Means on the posterior side of the bladder, it contains the ureterus in the female and rectum in the male. Okay, the bladder contains of 3 layers. Okay, the first outer layer, which is made up of loose connective tissue, and in this layer it contains the blood and lymphatic vessels and nerves. Okay, covered on the upper surface of the peritoneum, means it is the outermost layer, so obviously it will cover the whole bladder. Okay, the middle layer consists of interlocking smooth muscles, fiber and elastic tissue loosely arranged in 3 layers. Okay, and this middle layer is responsible for the contraction to void the urine. This is called the detrusor muscle, and when it contracts, it empties the bladder. Okay, as I said, this layer get contracted and we can void the urine. Okay, the mucosa composed of the transitional epithelial that rapidly permit distension of the bladder as it is filled with the urine. Okay, the mucosa, which is the innermost layer. Okay, and this layer readily permit distension, means this layer will get the pressure when the urine is filled within the bladder. Okay, so this layer will feel the pressure and it will get extended. Okay, and because of this layer will get extended, the middle layer and the outer layer will also get extended, then and result the whole bladder will be extended. Okay, when the bladder is empty, the inner lining is arranged in the fold or rugae, means when the bladder is empty, the innermost layer which is contained of mucosa, it will arrange itself in the fold or rugae manner. Okay, but when the urine is filled inside, slowly it will disappear. What will disappear? That fold and rugae. Okay, the bladder is distensible, but when it contains 300 to 400 ml of urine, awareness of the need to pass urine is felt. Okay, when the bladder will get about 300 to 400 ml of urine, it will pass the message to the brain that the urination is required. Okay, or urine should be passed. The total capacity is rarely more than about 600 ml. Okay, so it is easily known that the capacity of the bladder to store the urine is of 600 ml, which is an important question asked in many competitive exams. The 3 orifices in the bladder wall forms a triangle or a trigon. Okay, so here we can see the 1, 2 and 3 orifices, okay, are located in the bladder, which forms a triangle. Okay, or it is also known as trigon. The upper 2 orifices on the posterior wall are the opening of the ureters. Okay, these are the ureter and they are connected on the posterior wall here, and these are 2 orifices. Orifice means a hole, opening. Okay, these are the 2 ureter opening. Okay, the lower orifice is the opening into the urethra here. Okay, from where the urine will pass. Okay, from the bladder. The internal urethral sphincter, which is a thickening of the urethral smooth muscle layer in the upper part of the urethra. Here on the posterior side of this, where this opening is connected, there it is known as the internal urethral sphincter. Okay, and there will be thick muscles which is responsible for the control of the outflow of the urine. Okay, and the sphincter is not under the volunteer control. Okay, so this is a anatomy of the urinary bladder. Thank you.